And here's the truth. 1 in 3 Americans who live in rural areas and on tribal lands lack access to high-speed internet. So Congress worked together, as it should, across aisles and chambers to include nearly $1 billion for tribal broadband infrastructure programs in our bill. These funds can be put toward laying down fiber optic cables, and that's jobs. They can be put toward digital literacy programs so that people know how to get the most out of the internet, because let's be clear, you can have access to internet, it could be affordable, but if you don't know how to maximize its use, then that means we're not maximizing the potential that it has to help individuals and families. This is fundamentally how we create good jobs
Thank you for your amazing leadership on this important issue.
Vice President Harris, it is so inspiring to know that we have a leader who thinks about equity every single day.
Can you talk about any other prep that you've been doing ahead of... Thank you.
That's President Biden there making yet another blunder while addressing his country. Joe Biden mistakenly claimed he had been the President of the United States for 15 months, when in actuality it's been about 5. Biden was speaking about the COVID-19 response and vaccinations in Washington, D.C. when he told the crowd, "Since January 20, and we're talking now about 15 months ago, the average daily cases are down from 184,000 to 19,000. President Biden has been ridiculed since taking office for his blunders for things like mumbling incoherently through briefings, and when he falsely claimed everyone in the US earning under $400,000 a year would not pay any."
More creepy remarks about a very young girl in the audience. Then, of course, he stammered and stumbled and bumbled like he usually does. But, yeah, this was particularly creepy.
I'm especially honored to share the stage with Brittany and Jordan and Nathan and Margaret Catherine. I love those barrettes in her hair, man. I tell you what, and look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady in a race car.
Meanwhile, Vice President Harris, she had a cringeworthy moment of her own during a commencement address at the U.S. Naval Academy on Friday. She obsessed about green energy, made a woke joke that almost nobody found funny except for her. And then she did what she usually does. Starts laughing, somewhat uncontrollably, somewhat uncomfortably.
That was Hannity on Fox News mocking the Biden administration. Hannity poked fun at the cringeworthy moments that both President Joe Biden and his VP Kamala Harris had suffered over the weekend. The pair also came under fire for their disrespectful tweets for the Memorial Day weekend.
But for Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, oh, it's just a nice long weekend. Have a great long weekend. No Joe and no Kamala on Friday. Biden kicking off the national holiday, tweeting a picture of himself with an ice cream cone and a caption that reads, "Stay cool this weekend, folks." And not to be outdone is Kamala Harris tweeting a picture of herself, smiling from ear to ear. Enjoy the long weekend, with no mention of why we have a long weekend, which would be Memorial Day whatsoever.
Many social media users quick to remind her that the weekend was a time to remember and honour the millions of Americans who lost their lives while serving in the US military. Lauren wrote, "Care to mention why we're having a long weekend, Kamala?" Kyle said, "Is this intended to insult the memory of the fallen? Because that's how it reads." And Kimberly said, "Long weekend? I know many are upset and saying this is disrespectful, but I believe you are really just stupid." Social media also took aim at Biden's tweet, arguing it was a real misfire from the president. One user wrote, "Do you know why we are having this long weekend, Joe? To memorialise our fallen heroes who died to make this country great. You, sir, are not